All right. Oh, I'm on market to sell off. Brand new week, man. Let's see what we get. We got 5 minutes. We only moved 100 points, which isn't bad, but why is this doing this today, man? Yeah, who's this? Let me stay focused. It's never gonna be a retrace, man. Too good. We'll probably do more than 400 points to do. previous week. So we haven't formed the deal yet. All we have is price running out. Buy side and even out on sell side liquidity. So the nicest price going to come to the top side first. Then start to sell off. Once we run out this way, any train station will break even. I like that trust. So there's some breaker out here. And we're gonna go out with a 50-point stop loss. Come on, so if we've got a trade fee. I didn't do well with my entry. Let's let it go all the way from there. I couldn't enter my other account. Things at this point now, we can actually retrace again. So we just created equal lows. So now we're looking for this midpoint whatever midpoint from the next 2 minutes. So this is the DR. See how it's gonna form. So anything back in here is good. From this point on. Thompson.
Order filled.
Going to go for 100 points and just call it there. Yeah. I like how we retreat back to the 50% after running out the lows. So to run the lows correctly requires this is actually a high probability setup. So if they run me out, we're gonna go to buy in. Let's enter there. Okay, so what we want now is price to close below the midpoint. And the first step. So we use this for value for let's see. So our stop was just above this. like they were closing above. Only got low impact news. Nothing major. Alright. Thing is, I don't know if they want price to close below this week. 50% on this week.
What your trading style says about you. High win rate versus high R multiple. By Sarah. It's the first Sunday of the month, which means I'm unlocking a paid post for everyone. Today's post is from Lawrence, a trader some of you might recognize from this earlier post. I've had the pleasure of coaching him since last year. He's based in Florida and made the bold move to leave a solid career as an IT engineer at a major utility company to pursue trading. Now he's a full-time futures day trader, working with prop firm accounts. Lawrence is one of the most vibrant traders I've worked with. He brings a strategic mindset to the table, something I resonate with. Together with his open mindset and curiosity, the coaching process is not only effective, but also genuinely enjoyable. Thanks for sharing it with us, Lawrence. You're reading the free subscription of the newsletter. Upgrade for practical tools and frameworks to elevate your trading performance. Ever wonder what your trading style says about you? This newsletter will show you how Win Rate Willie, high WR traders, trade to feel safe, while Risky Ricky, high R multiple traders, chase glory and give back profits for ego. We'll unpack how each style hides comfort traps that block your growth, why expected value exposes the truth about both approaches, how to align your mindset with probabilities, not feelings. By the end, you'll know exactly how to stop hiding behind your win rate or R multiple and start using them as tools to reach your true potential in trading and life. Win Rate Willie. Win Rate Willie will represent traders who obsess over or simply prefer a high win rate to feel secure. But how much time and profit can be lost due to only 1 to 2 trading losses? Win Rate Willie is most likely to avoid losses to preserve his ego. Ego is extremely costly if you're lowering your reward to avoid developing a healthy relationship with losses. Probabilistic thinking doesn't thrive here, making Win Rate Willie susceptible to short-term market fluctuations, which makes long-term and probabilistic thinking difficult. Without probabilistic and long-term thinking, performing at a high level is virtually impossible. I'm trying to make money is often the excuse Win Rate Willie uses, but the expected value math exposes the flaw. EV, expected value. Math shows what you will make on average over many trades. It is like checking if your game is worth playing over time. An 80% win rate with a 0.5 are average returns. When you obsess over high win rate, you're creating real wealth for the comfort of avoiding self-mastery. That's a costly trade in my opinion.
Press to close below.
Trading wealth for comfort and loss aversion is like risking $1 to make 80 cents, a negative R multiple trade. See how our values are reflected in the chart. If I had any advice for the Win Rate Willies out there, you're a formidable adversary against yourself. Don't run. Face yourself head on and do the shadow work. Work towards self-mastery, high self-awareness, and emotional intelligence. Take that information and give it a positive role in your trading plan and life. Risky Ricky. Just so we're on the same page, R multiple is how much you make compared to what you risk. For example, risking $100 to make $200 is a 2R trade. Risky Ricky is a stubborn trader, a character that I myself embody, so I know Risky Ricky quite well. He wants all or nothing. This is the black or white mindset, as Sarah calls it, where we think in extremes, not understanding or appreciating the value of balance, in my case, taking partials. The same black or white mindset that emotional volatility feeds off. You tell yourself, price could possibly go here, or I could make this much if this happens. I love Risky Ricky's optimism, but it can also be costly. If I could, I would like the Risky Rickies out there to ask themselves, is a few ticks worth jeopardizing the entire trade? How much are you willing to give back just to be right or feel validated? One thing about Risky Ricky is that he's more prone to thinking in possibilities. Incurring loss after loss, he often starts behind the 8 ball, emotionally. How many times have you let a solid profit go red? At some point, that's outright irresponsible, even if the strategy is valid. The fact is that taking partials doesn't stroke the ego enough, nor does it provide enough validation. Most of all, it doesn't provide enough satisfaction of being right, even though trading isn't a right or wrong game, but an infinite game that can only be won by staying in play. In other words, keeping your account long enough for the probabilities of your system to play out to make you financially independent. I do have a few more questions for the Risky Rickies out there. If you were to calculate how much you could have made by taking partials over 100 or even 1,000 trades, how big do you think that number would be? I can tell you it increases with the trade. Lastly, would that be enough to convince you to start taking partials? Most of the time, Risky Ricky needs a catalyst that doesn't happen daily for big moves, making consistency challenging for a day trader. The truth about high win rate and high multiple. All this to say, neither metric matters if it's your escape from discomfort. Reach your full potential by pushing past your comfort zone, while also knowing exactly what your edge can't deliver. Setting proper expectations, backed by back-tested data, will help you accept the outcomes of your trades. With that being said, test your system and yourself in different market conditions, collecting data to enhance your technical edge, and observing how you handle various scenarios to sharpen your mental edge. Once you identify the limits of each edge, it becomes a game of tug-of-war between your mental and your technical edge. Push your mind to trust your system even when the noise, price action, between your stop loss and profit target may give conflicting signals. Your system has limits on what it can deliver, so place your profit target a tick before that limit. Finding your sweet spot means pulling just enough on both edges without losing balance. This is how you realize your full potential as a trader. A key test of a trader's mental edge. The noise tests your mental edge. The noise refers to all the price action that occurs between your stop loss and your profit target. Most traders lose here because they interpret noise as signals and make unnecessary interruptions. They forget why they entered in the first place, losing sight of the bigger picture. They hop in and out, deviating from their plan, stacking losses and emotional damage while the first trade was still valid and just needed time to work out. Learning to sit with discomfort and letting your trade play out according to your plan, even with the risk of losing, is where you truly grow and test your mental limits to reach your full potential. It's normal to fear losing, and with time, that fear will ease. Not disappear, but ease. But if you avoid losing at all costs, you'll also avoid the challenges that sharpen you. These are the same challenges that will teach you to think in probabilities, shifting your mindset to view trading as a game of odds, not just wins and losses. Thinking in probabilities is the only way to manage your emotions during short-term P&L swings. The real goal is to remain consistent over a long enough time frame. The longer the time frame, the better the results, provided you take enough well-executed trades to allow your edge to play out. If you embrace data and discomfort, you will unlock the next level of growth and build genuine trust in your edge. How to reach your full potential. Master your system by backtesting 1,000 times. Yes, 1,000 times. Same setup, same time frame, same entries, exits, and risk. Execution needs to become second nature. This will free up mental space to think and observe current market conditions and your mental state. Here are a few actionable steps to elevate your mental and technical edge. Mark up your charts while your setup is forming. Journal your thoughts as your trade unfolds. Highlight exactly what part of the trade brought out your emotions the most and why. Don't trust your memory when you trade. Draw it. Write it down. Notice how it makes you feel as your true edge emerges when your strategy challenges your comfort zone. After you get a decent amount of logs, compare them to each other and rate your consistency. This will be your baseline from here on. Remember, your mental edge is sharpened when you feel antsy, doubt creeps in, and noise distracts you, but you still acknowledge, cater to, and sit with it. This is developed through heightening your awareness by journaling about the events, conditions, and actions that cause anxiety and doubt to creep in. Also about how these events, conditions, and actions make you so uncomfortable, which will all be discovered by going through that discomfort. The end result. Over time, you won't only expect and plan for potential discomfort, but you'll also welcome its arrival. Final words. Your win rate and R multiple are nothing more than tools, not shields. Use them to measure, adjust, and refine your edge. Don't let them become the mask you hide behind to avoid the real work of growth. Here's a 5-minute reflection exercise. Write down your current win rate and average R. Ask, am I using these numbers to hide from losses or feed my ego? Recently due to fear of losing or a strong trade that you let go red. Journal what discomfort you are avoiding. Set daily trading goals. Lawrence, connect with me. Follow for daily trade recaps, live trading,
Price
trading
can
psychology, and
crash. I don't know if I'm closing the door, man. That's just weird.
YouTube, Lawrence the Investor. More from Lawrence.
Definitely gonna take 2 trips to do that. But why is film is not showing up there? Okay, that's not right in the market. So. Like, where that was supposed to push, but let's see what that's the midpoint of the first 30 minutes. That's gonna be my criteria to enter now. Because yes. But I feel price to just fail. I mean, just close bullish and fail. But don't stop me at the next one. This is hourly IFVG. So one minute left. Okay, we can retest the IFVG to open this next hourly. I run out these equals, but still not run out this high. See how both midpoints are aligned. it starts to do a madness, then I'm fucked. So it has to just crash. Okay. Wicked block. Alright. I think I'm allowed to at least go break even right now. But the thing is, in the next 30 minutes is when prices are. There's allowed to close. Once we run out these lows, I'm taking one off on this broker here. Actually, I'll take 4 off. It's not that far off. It's equal lows at the market, man. Go run it. I like to see price. You know what? Let me just take my session low and go, man. I'm not finna stress myself. Can we have price closing below this wick? Might give us some confidence. Let's to open on the next hour, the next 4 hours, so trade into the CDI VG again. We've closed below the midnight open on just roll over now. Should only just be a retracement. I like how we're retesting this week midpoint early. So let's just roll over and take out that low, please. What's the low? 940. If the market is algorithmic, the difference between this closing here requires this retracement. What I can't remember is if it's at the 50% retracement crash. This is the first one though. This is the first one above my target, so that's nice. Now let's see if I want to run out the London low. Actually done it up in this account now. I've been $1,000 already. We still have London low to go around. So I'm gonna try to get out there on equal lows. Once again, we have that type of situation where we know it's a retracement of the 50%. We can come back into this periodic gaps off. Perfect, yeah. Perfect. I still don't have full position in the law account, but
Order filled.
www.com. W. One and done. So I'm saying. Two and done on this account. Tonight. One and done on this one though. Ooh. Alright, that was good. That was good. Them laws, man. Them laws, everything. You got spanked. They 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 got spanked. 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 They got spanked. 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 Anything I feel. It was on way. Dude. Let's see how far. So now, we got this quadrant right here. The price could trade to. I got it wrong first. Whoa. So, enough was where it's at. Bugatti had to find the lights. What's here? And what's here? Cliff. Alright, I'm finna bounce.